Welcome to the Gleeful Meeple, a board game community that's your community too, no matter where you are. In this episode, the Gleeful Meeple is heading to Indy. It's Gen Con, baby. We go on a quest to locate the lost continent of Moo. In this week's game of the show, the crew mission deep sea. And you, the Gleeples, get to play along as the hosts get put in the hot seat with this week's game challenge. Guys, welcome back. I'm excited.
Hey, James. This is JK.
Hey, James. It's Emily.
Dwayne's here, everybody.
What are you excited about?
Because we have a lot to talk about today. But before we do, I'm going to get your brain teased with some riddle action.
Let's go.
At the intersection of life, I build the dream. Not by myself, but with architects as a team. Each choice I make sets the stage of what's to come. For the citizens of this town don't want to live next to a slum. We'll build the shops and parks for fun, and the harbors bring the goods for everyone. Come move to my town. Don't just be a guest. As mayor, I promise I'll do my best.
I so got this, I think.
I had it, and then he said one line. I was like, no, I don't have this.
And then I had it, I think. Is it between two cities?
It is not between two cities.
Sad.
Is it just cities?
It is not just cities.
Okay.
Well, I'll take a guess then. Is it suburbia?
It's not suburbia.
I do like
All
Suburbia.
It's a good game.
Wow. Okay.
We named three city building games.
I don't want to tell you what my first instinct was because that's highly embarrassing. But anyway,
You'll have to tell us after we get the answer.
Here we go. Well, I'll hit that riddle one more time.
Whoa.
At the intersection of life, I build the dream. Not by myself, but with architects as a team. Each choice I make sets the stage of what's to come. For the citizens of this town don't want to live next to a slum. We'll build the shops and parks for fun, and the harbors bring the goods for everyone. Come move to my town, don't just be a guest. As mayor, I promise I'll do my best.
Oh. No.
I'll give you a clue. The important clues start right at the beginning. It's subtle.
At the intersection of life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Intersections.
So I'm here. I'm seeing roads.
Okay.
I'll go for a team win now, y'all.
Don't take it too literally. How about that?
Okay, so not roads. It is a city without roads, y'all. That's what James is saying for sure.
Where we're going.
You're the mayor.
We don't need roads.
Wait, we're playing a game where everyone is a mayor?
So it's not Puerto Rico.
There's shops and there's parks and there's harbors. Not mentioned are factories and towers in this game.
I've got it.
What is it, JK?
It's Quadropolis.
It is Quadropolis.
Oh.
Because how do you select your actions, JK?
It's the intersection of 2 points.
It is the intersection.
Amazing.
Nice.
Well done.
Good job, JK.
I was like, Cape May, World Wonders, like just anything else.
I thought that was going to be an easy one. I'm glad it made you think a little bit.
Well, I have not played it.
What?
Same.
Really?
Oh, wait, no, I
Yeah.
have played it.
This is wasn't this the game of the show? I'm confused. I thought we did
No.
a game. Has it never been the game?
No, we
Oh.
played it at
Never.
Game Point.
Oh, but you never played it, Dwayne?
I haven't.
That's
It's
shocking.
Days of Wonder, right?
No,
I'm thinking it's the right
it's
one.
really fun.
I
yeah.
really did enjoy
All right.
Quadropolis.
It kind of implements
Cool.
the same system as Meadow. Was maybe a precursor to that, but yeah, it's
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys saw this week, but kind of to follow up to our last episode, the special edition of Concordia has gone public.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
JK,
Did
I
you-
have just been hovering over that button.
Did you get it?
Did you?
I will be getting it.
Okay. Which one are you? Which one are you
Same
gonna
here,
get?
James.
Like how big are you going?
Okay, so there's a lot going on this campaign.
There is.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
God.
That's exciting.
Awakened Realms, they're they're trying to give everything for everybody, but it's not quite perfect in any one of the options. And it's just they've gone too far in some areas and not enough in other areas. There's a retail, there's a deluxe, but then there's also this. After the deluxe, it's all just add-ons at that point and upgrades.
Yeah.
But they have a pledge that includes all of that as part of it. And I like the flexibility that you can choose what you want. That's great. There's things I don't like about it. Like I don't like the coins, the metal coins are an add-on. They're not part of the special edition, which it just seems lame to me.
Yeah.
I actually exhibited some self-control and only got the wooden upgrades and stopped there.
Hey,
wow.
well done.
Yeah, I felt proud. Part of that was because I also had to back the Cthulhu Death May Die resubmission that came out of Asmodee doing it.
Wait, that's live now?
It is live now.
Is it on their own platform?
It's on GameFound.
I must have missed that.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I might have to.
Do we need to pause the show and let you go back?
Yeah, I might have to look at that.
The one thing that
I was going to say, I don't think I'm going to touch that Death May Die one, but it never hurts to look.
That's right.
The thing that kind of caught me on Concordia is when I looked at all the minis and things, they're beautiful. And in my mind, I was seeing the minis for Castles of Burgundy and going, yeah, that's such a huge impact on the game. They're really fun to have on the board. But when you're looking at Concordia, you're kind of wanting to know the board state, who has control of different areas. And I kind of felt like having that many minis on the board almost muddied it.
Yes, I have definitely decided to only do wood.
Okay.
I don't need minis or any of that stuff. I think it's too much.
It's too busy.
Yeah, it's too busy. I'm trying to decide if I care about the acrylic upgrade or not. I kind of don't think I do.
Those acrylics are nice.
They are. I just don't know if I need them. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Which almost makes me wish they had like the retail, like the wooden upgrades available as an add-on, so I could buy the retail, get a smaller box, and then just get the wooden stuff to put in that. Because you're gonna, if you don't get all the box they're making is to hold as much deluxe stuff as possible. So we're gonna have some empty space in there.
Yeah.
The disappointment with the special edition is that the city tokens are cardboard. Everything else is wooden. So I'm hoping one of the stretch goals they
will that pop up as an upgrade. Yeah.
Or just make everything wooden. That's all I really want. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm just going basic special edition. I will get the coins as an add-on. I want the metal coins. And my only other decision for the add-ons, I think, is do I care about the play mats? I like play mats, but it's a lot of them.
It's a lot of play mats.
And it's not cheap. So that's my only final decision on that. But everything else, I'm with you. I'm ignoring. I don't think I need all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Dwayne?
I haven't really weighed all the options yet, but I would probably go ahead and grab everything. It's going to come down to budget-wise, can I do that and get everything I want for Castles of Burgundy as well?
That's where I'm at. I want the Castles of Burgundy edition with the acrylic tiles, the little minis.
How are they doing that portion of the campaign? Like, can you back, and I'm throwing air quotes up for listeners, can you back Concordia but only get the Castles of Burgundy?
Yes.
You can do that?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Yep. You can just get the extras if you want it. So yeah, you don't have to back Concordia to have access to Castles of Burgundy, and Puerto Rico is the other one.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to be a big one. I'm in on it.
I'm excited.
On the road again. The Gleeful Podcast on the road again. Going places JK's never been. Oh, we can't wait to get on the road again. Woo! We're going to Gen Con.
We're going back to Indy.
Yeah,
I feel like that should be.
And you said we, JK.
Huh?
You said we are going back.
It's the royal we.
But you're going.
I'm going for the first time. Yes.
Heck yeah.
You were missed last year, buddy.
I am there. There
No
are
doubt.
elements. There are elements about this that I'm really excited to be going. There are elements in which I am absolutely terrified to be going to this thing because
Terrified.
I need to use a lot of self control.
Oh,
We we know what I did at Origins. That cannot happen again at a larger scale.
That's what. If you're in my car, we do have like
limited
limits.
space. That's already built in. I think I'm going to set like just a self-induced limit. I can buy no more than 5 games.
Okay.
That's going to be my threshold.
Do you need an accountability buddy while you're
I
there?
do. I really do.
Accountability buddies.
So
I like how JK, I like how your limit is a number of games and not a price
Dollar
point. Because
amount.
5 games at Gen Con, like, you could easily be like, hey, Tasha, we better put a second mortgage on the house, even with those rules.
And does one game include all the stuff for that game?
Well, I'm already giving serious thought to a game that I own and getting a major upgrade around that. So that's a pricey one, but I'm gonna rein it in this time. I've got we'll chat about that in a bit, but I've got definite, distinct things that I want to gain out of this trip. So,
Well, I will say, I made it out of Gen Con last year with only, I would say, a quote unquote handful of games, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I didn't go as crazy as we both did during that Origins trip. So it wasn't hard to walk away with just a few games.
Okay.
Which was good.
okay.
Y'all, I woke up the Sunday morning of that Origins trip and went downstairs. I was in the same Airbnb as JK, and it looked like a nerd's Christmas morning. It was just board games, stacks and bags of board games everywhere.
I really had internal concerns because I had brought my wife and son along for Origins. They didn't want to go to the convention. They just wanted to go explore Columbus. And when I kind of calculated the scope, the volume of the games that I had sitting on the floor, I said, do I have room to actually bring my family back home with me in the car?
Oh my word.
Yeah, my purchases weren't far off. It was a very large stack. Well, before we dive into some of the stuff we're excited about, we're going to go over the games that we're interested in. We've been looking at, Board Game Geek does a preview list every single year. So we've been going through that list, listing out some games that we're excited about. Before we do that, what else are we doing at Gen Con this year, guys?
I believe we're talking to people.
We are. We're jibber jabbering again together.
Again. We have
right.
2
Very
events
nice.
this year. Did you know that, Dwayne?
I did know that, Emily, because I had to schedule my events around our events.
Yes, that is our eternal scheduling conflicts. Yes, we're excited to be back at Gen Con presenting a seminar, how to start and grow your local board gaming group.
Yeah, we did this last year. We did 4 sessions last year. They only gave us 2 this year. But we had a lot of fun.
Why is that? Are they mad at us? They don't want us to do 4 this year?
No, I just don't think I submitted it early enough.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, that could be.
Sorry, guys.
Well, it may also.
No,
there's tons of submissions. I'm sure they have to figure it out.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Well, you guys already did a fully formed seminar last time where you were all bouncing information off of each other. I feel like this year I'm just basically going to be the DJ Khaled of the group where I'm going to come in randomly, scream my name, and then and then let you kind of keep going from there. So
No, that's what I'm fully expecting you to be part of the presenters because I'm going to be doing e-ticketing for the first time.
Keep your expectations low, Emily. That's what we're
exciting.
going to talk about here.
But yeah,
Lower expectations.
if you're going to Gen Con or you know people who are that need a community and want to know how to start one, I mean, guys, you know this. You're listening. You're probably part of our group. We've been doing this for so long that it's great to share that knowledge and help others that might live in a town that don't have all the luxuries we do when it comes to being around gamers and having great friends and just having a lot available to us as board gamers doing events all the time. Not everyone has it. We get used to it, but a lot of folks don't have that kind of community. So we get excited to bring it and talk about it.
I do feel kind of bad because friend of the show, Adam, within our little chat group, has done a wonderful job just keeping everybody apprised of what's happening, what we need to be aware of, what to do, how to sign up for events, what was happening. And he asked me, he was super passionate, like right after the event sign up opened and said, JK, what all did you sign up for? And I said, Nothing. And he and his response was all my information, away. So I was like, no, it was really key. I think my approach with this being my first Gen Con is I didn't want to overcommit to things and then find myself missing things as well.
Yes.
So I'm just going in fast and loose. I want to just kind of explore the area. I want to see what the retail floor is like briefly. I want to go to all the playing areas and see what that's like. One of the stupid things that I'm kind of looking forward to this year is I know all of our podcasting game industry peers and professionals are going to be there. And I want to meet them. I want to go geek out on getting a chance to meet Rodney, maybe actually getting a chance to say hi to Paula, who was on our show, and meeting some of the game company people as well. So I don't want to lock myself into a calendar and run the risk that I'm going to miss out on doing stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing to keep in mind, JK, is once you're at the show, it is super easy to grab tickets. If you've got a 2-hour window and there's an hour event, you can go up and very quickly grab a ticket to that event within the game hall itself.
Okay.
They make that very easy. What I use the time leading up to Gen Con, I try to schedule events for games that I love that I don't always get to play, because there is usually if you can think of a game, there's a good chance it's going to be happening at Gen Con. Illuminati is the one that comes to mind for me. It's not a great game, but it's something I've played forever, and I get a chance to play it most years at Gen Con.
When you say it's like an organized play where they're trying to put together a group at a scheduled time to play it?
Yeah, and usually it's hosted. That one particularly is hosted by Steve Jackson Games, so I usually get a little Illuminati ribbon or something for play, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm not doing a lot of events this year either, JK. I had a lot going on the couple of weeks, like leading up to events being released, and I just didn't have a chance to sit down and look through them all and get it all set up ahead of time. And then by the time I did, it released, and then the ones I figured out that I wanted were sold out, and so I don't have a lot going on. So we might be hanging out a lot and playing games a lot.
Nice.
And meeting
and wandering.
Yeah.
That's what
Well, here's sorry, Emily.
That's what.
Go ahead.
Every year I tell myself, okay, I'm going to get, I had just one long experience in the will call line one time. And ever since then, I'm like, I'm going to do everything in my power to avoid the will call line. And since then, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the deadline. I'm going to sign up for events before. I'm going to get them mailed to my house. And I missed it again this year.
Oh no!
Oh no is right, Dwayne. But I do love that kind of freedom of my goal is always to try to do an event or two a day, and then the rest of the time is for that kind of exploration. I really have enjoyed roaming the exhibit hall in the past few years of just dropping in on random demos, getting to see all the pretty art and stuff like that.
Housing wise, James, you and your wife are in the adjoining hotel to the convention center, correct?
We did. We got a Skywalk hotel.
Okay. The rest of us are all Airbnb-ing together.
Yes.
Dwayne, do I get to look forward to an overspending of Taco Bell and a drunken teach where you wander under a table again?
Well, now hold on, JK. You are mixing some facts up. Was Taco Bell involved? Yes. Was drinking involved? Correct.
So far, it sounds
was
right to
I
me.
the one? Oh, wait. No, you're right. I did. I got under the table just because I was dying of embarrassment, because I could tell this lets you all know a little bit about what my arguing style is. I could tell that JK was getting upset, but I also knew there was good reason that he shouldn't be upset with me, because I was grokking everything that he was throwing down in that game. Not everyone was. I'm not going to call out any names. Friend of the show, Mary. So I just decided to get under the table and start hiding.
Incredible.
Double shame.
What I do love about us being in an Airbnb together is that we have that time in the evenings to sit around, play things that we got during the day. Yep. I did not realize that I was going to spend so many hours of last year's Gen Con just at our Airbnb playing Battle of Hoth with Ryan. That was the real breakout hit for me. He got it the first day. We played it every night, and then I ended up leaving with a copy of it before the con was over. Okay. Which was crazy considering I already have 2 other versions of that Memoir 44
That's Memoir 44
game system.
re-implemented.
Yeah. into Star Wars. And the thing is it's a I'm going to say this generously, it's a dumbed down version of Memorial 44. There's a lot less going on in that game. It's a lot simpler, and yet, like, if you get a chance to play the Rebellion and your snowspeeders take down an AT-AT, it feels like a real accomplishment. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Also, I'm excited to see, I didn't see it on the list. Sorry, now I'm passionate about this. I didn't see it on the list, but I'm really hoping there's some more expansions for that, because that's one thing they were promising was the first game all takes place on Hoth. I want more. I want space battles and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen anything since it came out last year. So
was it commercially successful? Like was it big? I don't remember a lot of people talking about it.
I would have to think it would be, right?
It seemed really big when it came out. I haven't seen a lot of folks talking about it since, but I think it's one of those games that just keeps churning away because it's so unique. And you can get 2 copies, combine them for big battles. I think
that's the cool thing.
I think the hype is probably still there. It just isn't being talked about in a lot of circles and media.
Well, and as many expansions as came out for Memoir 44, I'd be surprised if they don't do more with that.
Yeah. Well, maybe Emily and I will get to the Airbnb party at one of these years, but we keep getting great hotel options, and there's nothing like being connected. It just makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
Especially when you're the one that has to drag around the equipment for the seminars. So it makes life a lot easier.
Well, and along with the seminars, we are loosely planning. We're going to figure it out. We're going to do something along this, but we plan on doing some live recording at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Gen Con Live.
Our next episode might sound a little different.
Look for us in the halls somewhere. You might get roped into our game challenge.
Yeah. So I think on the next, on the recap episode, we'll dive into maybe all the events we registered for, all the funny stuff, because there's thousands of events and things you can do, not even just gaming related, but dancing, singing, and crafting, and learn how to sword fight and all. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. We'll tackle that next time. Let's talk about some games.
Games.
What do you got on your radar, James?
Well, I got a few that I'm really excited about. Some are for sale, some are demos. I'll save my number one for last, probably. But my first one I'm going to bring up, one I'm going to hunt down, I think, is Cities USA.
Yeah.
So
yes,
Cities was a game Devere put out, a couple Gen Cons ago, I think, and it was all more worldwide locations. This one is specifically for the USA. Really tight, fun little tableau building game where you have 4 selections you can make each round, and when you make one of those selections, it goes away as an option, and you have 3 left. Then you make another selection, then you have 2 left. Another selection, one left, and then you're forced into the last one. And all players are doing that, so you're tracking who chose what to decide which one you want to select next.
What could be gone before you get to it next time.
As each selection option, there's better options and least better options. And so you're trying to prioritize, what do I need the best option of now? What am I okay with getting the worst option of later? And it's just fun. You're building out a little map in front of you, and there's 3D buildings involved. Cities USA is going to add skyscrapers, bridges, and highways.
Oh.
And I traded away my copy of Cities for a great steal of a deal to get all the expansions for Obsession.
Okay.
Yeah. It was one of the games that Dan Halligan asked for in the trade. So I would like to have it again, and why not get the new copy, the new version? So Cities USA, tight, small box, should be pretty reasonably priced. It's a great, I think, series that Devere is putting into on their game line.
Cities is such a good game, and I don't know what it is about Devere, whether they don't advertise enough, whether it's not in the zeitgeist of public knowledge. But to me, that's an entry level game. Like, it's a gateway, and I cannot believe it's not more popular than it is.
Yeah, they really hit it out of the park with that one. I'm surprised that, I mean, it was big when it came out, and it's I think it's still popular, which is why they're making a second one, but you don't hear about it.
Dwayne, what are you going after?
So, as far as new games go, or semi-new games, I'm kind of intrigued by Star Trek Space Hunt, which takes the Captain Sonar system and throws a Star Trek sheen onto it. And then I've also got Cola Wars and, oddly enough, Lemonade Wars on my list to check out.
Okay.
Lemonade Wars. I've
lemonade and
what's that?
Sodas at people? What do you?
So two different games. Cola Wars looks like a very 80s kind of style of gaming, and then Lemonade Wars. Didn't even do a lot of research on it, but it reminded me a lot of the old Lemonade Tycoon, Lemonade Shop computer games from the
I wondered
late
if it was
70s,
like
early
that.
80s.
Yeah.
Emily, anything for you?
Yes, I am just trying to pick on what I want to say for last. I'm going to start with kind of like the new-ish. But have you guys heard of a game called Take a Seat?
No.
No. Does it involve buses?
No. It is you're trying to attract and sit your audience onto the best possible locations for a premiere of, like, say, a movie. Like you have a little theater board. But it's one of those games similar to like Between Two Cities where you are playing kind of like on a board next to whoever you're sitting next to. And I want to say it's kind of verb and right. Because I'm like, I'm trying to remember. I'm like, is it flip? And I'm like, I think flip is the more accurate one. But I played that with a group of friends a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. And it's on the preview list, and so I'm like, all right, like I might pick up a copy for myself at Gen Con.
Nice. What about you, JK?
As I'm going in and kind of already restricting myself, one of the things that I'm grateful for in seeing in the list of games is a lot of expansions, which I feel like I can take a pass on expansions on the front end. But I'm also seeing a lot of games that I already own getting reissued versions with new art, new design. High Society, Guillotine were a couple that jumped out at me where I went, ooh, that looks neat. I don't need to buy that again. I've already got it. But there is one that I am committing. I'm probably going to have to upgrade where I only own the base game version of 10 Penny Parks. And there is a deluxe edition with multiple expansions. Art by the wonderful Vincent Dutrait. It's one that nice. I think I managed to somehow convince myself to skip it when it was in crowdfunding.
It's shocking to me.
Once I see it live, I don't think I have the
willpower.
Yeah.
All right, so that's one of 5.
That's one of 5. That's a pricey one. So that's going to be probably my e-ticket item for the week.
JK, it's great. I love that you said Guillotine. I love that you said the games that you just said. Guillotine and High Society were on my reprints list, at least to check out and see what I thought about them. I think Guillotine is a great little lightweight game, but the box that the original printing came in is kind of it's kind of cruddy. And I would love to upgrade that. Yeah, mine too. It's one of those I should have probably transferred to some kind of different case a long time ago, and I just haven't. But 10 Penny Parks Collector's Edition, though I've never played it, I want to play it, and the Collector's Edition seems like a good time to jump in.
There we go.
Yeah, I passed. I almost backed the campaign, and I kind of regret it because it's a pretty looking game. It's great components, and the couple times I played your copy,
the base game is really fun. Yeah.
So I kind of regret not backing. I don't know why I passed on it, but there might be 3 copies being picked up by the Gleeful crew.
That is so funny.
We can keep each other company in line.
That's right. All right, my next one I'm going to bring up is a small little game, but one that one of us already owns the normal version of. That's Mountain Goat's Legacy.
Yay!
Legacy.
When it was, we may have talked about this even when it was on crowdfunding. I passed on it because I view this kind of like My City. My City is a legacy game, but it's a small, contained, really simple production. Nothing that's it's overwrought or anything like that. And when it was on crowdfunding, they had the retail version available, but then of course they had all the deluxe stuff. I don't need a deluxe version of Mountain Goat's Legacy. I just need a basic cardboard, chits and cards, and just the basic stuff. I don't need anything deluxey. So I don't use crowdfunding to buy retail versions of games. There was no reason to back it. So I knew it was going to be on my radar when it came out. So I will be picking that up, just normal retail box, at Gen Con. But Mountain Goats is a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, it's an all-play game. It comes in a really small box. Simple to set up, really quick.
Super easy to teach.
Yeah, but satisfying play. And I'm curious to see how they'll turn that into a legacy. But I love that it's just going to be a smaller experience, kind of like My City. So, you're not committing. It's not like Pandemic Legacy where you're sitting down for 2 hours each play. Like each play of this should be still 30 minutes or something like that, So looking forward to a lot of fun with that one. And then attached to that is tiny mountain goats. You can also pick up their super small edition of mountain goats, which is even smaller box.
I mean, the game is what, 3 by 3 inches? It's small.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just throw it in my glove box or in all my bags and just carry it with me.
Incredible. That's why I love the all play booth. They always have some good games, and like I just love that it's like they have like the small box, medium box, and then like the large box, and their pricing is just right there, and it's super easy to follow. And they got some great games.
I loved when they were at Origins when we went. They have they're known for having small box games, but their booth had like colossal versions of the small box games, which was hilarious to look at.
Speaking of measurements, another game I had on my list, not necessarily to buy, but I think would be kind of fun for our events, is Size Wise. This is by Scott Brady, who Dwayne and I actually met, I think, 2 Gen Cons ago. Nice guy, designer of Boop. And it's basically, you have your kind of like string and you have like a ball on the string, and similar to Just One where you have like the card, someone like picks a number and like that is like the word. Everyone moves the ball on their string to approximate the size of the object on the card.
Okay.
And so I think that would be kind of fun for our events as one of those like warm-up games, good conversation starter. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because that's what like one of the words like I'm looking at right now is like sneakers. And so it's like, okay, yeah, what is everyone's kind of like length of a sneaker going to be?
Well, and it's interesting that you mentioned a good game for our game events, because that's the second one on my list that I want to go after. Is a game called Bullseye, and limited information on this, but the way I'm kind of viewing it is it's very similar to Just One, where everyone is trying to get the guesser to lock in on one word they're trying to figure out. But what you do is instead of putting a word on your easel, you only put the first letter of the word on your easel, and then everybody passes their easels to the left. And the next person has to try and figure out what was that person ahead of them trying to intuit with this one letter. You're either trying to continue that clue, or you have to pivot and go, well, now I need to come up with a new clue using this letter because I don't know what they were going after.
Yeah.
And then once you put the second letter, you pass it again, and you're kind of continuing on in that manner. So it's a lot more pressure on the clue givers. Just seems like an interesting idea that I would want to explore.
So, JK, you brought up expansions earlier, and I did have one on my list that I wanted to check out. And oddly enough, this is for a game I don't even own yet. I have played it a lot. I've borrowed a copy from the library. But Distilled has a Cocktails expansion coming out.
Yes, I saw that. That's a game I bought that I still need to get to the table.
I've still never played this. Yeah.
Oh, wow. We should try to play at Gen Con, y'all.
We should. I'll bring my copy.
It's a solid little game. It does some silly things that I really enjoy, and it plays pretty quickly. So let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
That's a big chunky one for sure. I'm looking forward to. So the company, a little pivot here, the company that puts out Distilled, their next game is called Ringio, which I put that on one of my most anticipated earlier this year on one of our episodes, and they'll be showing it off for demo there. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. They actually have demos you can play, and I totally missed that when signing up for events. So I would have loved to have done that. But my next one that's on my actual list is a game that is out now, but hard to get. And I keep hearing great things about it. And it's called Layers. Lairs.
Yeah.
It's from Kids Table Board Games. And basically think Battleship. And rather than it being battleships, both players are building dungeons with little 3D walls and stuff.
Wow.
But I'm building your dungeon and you're building my dungeon. And like one of the you're trying to get your player through the dungeon, but you're calling out, to the other player, move me here, move me there, but you don't know exactly what's going on in the dungeon. It's very
Okay.
Yeah, very interesting. And they have a couple of expansions attached to it as well. And it's a 2-player only game, but it just sounds so intriguing to me. I want to buy it and find someone to play it with, because that is a play experience that I've not had with any other game before.
Yeah. Everybody that I've heard talking about it is mentioning that, is it Kids Table Board Games? Is that the company? That and I've had some games of theirs. I think what did I get? Creature Comforts at Origins, which I had for a while and then traded away. I think Maki Master is from them. They're known for very light, easy entry level games, and everything I'm hearing about this is kind of a step up for them. That it's a little bit more challenging, a little more depth to it.
Yeah, when I see pictures of it, it's not, when you picture Battleship, it's just one little divider cardboard thing and something in front of you. When I see pictures of this, it's sprawled out table stuff between both players. So I think
that's amazing.
There's a lot going on. Yeah, I'm excited to not just see it, but
I like how that sounds.
Probably buy it.
My next one had a crowdfunding campaign, and I looked at it and said, this concept sounds interesting, but I just don't know. So I'm looking forward to actually getting a live look at The Game Makers.
Yeah.
To see whether that is actually a game or is it just a novelty.
On my list as well, JK.
I expect that to land more novelty.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, it is a game, and I think it'll be fine, but I don't expect that to have legs. I really don't, but I'm willing to be proved wrong.
I think, if nothing else, it would be a great meta commentary on what we do, and, bringing out a game about making games with games that we already play.
Yeah.
Crazy. Emily?
One that I am interested is The 6 of 8. So yes, this is talking about the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
Uh-huh.
It is another trick-taking game, but I saw the musical 6 for the first time this year. So it's... My partner and I really like trick-taking games, and so hopefully it might be another one to add to the collection.
They need to slap the 6 license on that so we can have a good Broadway themed game.
There you go, Dwayne. It just might need to be a Broadway-themed game in our hearts.
Okay. I had one more on my to check out list, and that is Joyride Duel. So I have heard rumor that Joyride is a better version of what Thunder Road does. In my mind, I'm like, I don't need a better version of Thunder Road. I love Thunder Road the way it is. However, Thunder Road doesn't play great at 2 players. It's a little boring. It's a wide open road. So the idea of getting a 2-player version of that is intriguing to me.
Well, my next one is going to be one of my more anticipated ones. And I think this might actually be a demo, but I still want to see it. I'm not sure if it'll be ready for sale yet. It is Diables. It is the next one of the next big heavy Euro games from Danny Garcia. Y'all know I'm a big Danny Garcia fan. A lot of the games that he does, he leans really heavy into theme and the location of where his games are set. So, and telling stories with those. So Barcelona being his first one, right? Telling the story of just, the construction and the city structure of Barcelona. And the original designer of Barcelona's city grid and all of that. He just was really trying to tell the story of how Barcelona came to be, just in terms of how the city was built out. Did Windmill Valley with tulip farming in the Netherlands. And one of his next ones here is Diables. It is, there's a Mediterranean tradition of the Bal de Diables, which deals with your firefighters and you're performing dances with your troop of performers and coordinating fireworks and all kinds of stuff. It's a street festival with street performances, and it's just a lot really interesting theme. There's a lot going on the board, and I can't wait to try it out or at least check it out. I don't know if it's going to be available again for purchase or just for demo, but I'm going to check that one out and see what's going on because Danny Garcia always has my attention.
Is that coming through Board and Dice, or is he going with another company on that?
A different company on this one. This is Salt and Pepper Games.
Okay.
Yeah, so he designs for lots of different publishers. So he's done a few of Board and Dice, but this is the first one I think with Salt and Pepper Games, which also has me interested because every publisher brings their own kind of production style to games. So, yep.
All right, and for my last one is going to be Forest Shuffle Smoky Mountain. So after exploring Central Europe in the base and Southern England in Forest Shuffle Dartmoor, Forest Shuffle is finally coming to North America.
All
right.
Technically Tennessee.
Yeah.
So.
And
could be.
A little biased coming from Nashville, but I'm excited to see the little animals of the Smoky Mountains. There's new terrain types, new synergies, but it's the same Forest Shuffle we know and love. So I think I'm going to pick that one up, add to the collection.
I would love if your rest action in that game is to go to the casino on the other edge of the Smoky Mountains.
The Dwayne edition of Forest Shuffle.
One that I am definitely going to be picking up because the game has already been out and it did receive glowing reviews with an asterisk. I am going to get Ace of Spades from DeVere now that they have reissued it.
Yeah.
Taking away some of the more insensitive elements. They're going to have both the base game as well as their first expansion will be available at Gen Con.
Cool. Well, I'll wrap up my list here. I got two, but one small and one is large. The small one is a expansion for Tag Team.
Oh, well, hey, I
did see
my
that.
last one.
There we go. Is that it?
Yep.
Let's tag team the conversation.
Amazing.
Okay.
I didn't want any expansions, but man, Tag Team is so freaking good. I don't want to pass this one up.
Yeah. I played it first with Ryan, of the friend of the show, got it last year at Gen Con, and I think he thinks I didn't like it, and that's not true. I actually did enjoy it. I needed more plays of it, and I actually found it on a great discount deal at Barnes & Noble lately. They actually had it on their discount rack, so I snagged it for $15. And
let's go.
Yeah, so that was great, and I the next expansion is King Arthur. It's all the Arthurian legend stuff, so more characters. So I'm gonna grab that as well. I'm excited about it, and I'm looking forward to just how they keep releasing characters for that.
I love it. It's like playing Street Fighter, the card game, or something like that.
I'll since we kind of shared that one. A Curveball is a game called Mythologies. I'll just throw it out there. It's from Hachette, and Hachette always brings out interesting games. So just, if you want to look that up, if you're listening, if you want an interesting looking, kind of large card, it's not a card. There's cards in the game. It's not a card game. Mythologies looks really interesting. But my last big one is Entropy. Entropy is the big release from Board and Dice this year. And I'm always interested with Board and Dice games in general, but the designers, guys, it's Simone Luciani, Nestor Mangione, and Tommaso Battista. Design group behind the recent really big hit Shackleton's Base, which I've still yet to play and want to. But this is going to be probably an automatic buy for me, unless word comes out before Gen Con that for some reason it's not a good game, which I don't expect to happen. And I did confirm that if you're interested in this one and you're going, they are going to be doing a Gen Con pickup. They plan on doing a pre-order on GameFound. So GameFound has a feature where you can release games for actual pre-order. It's not a crowdfunding campaign per se. It's an actual pre-order type campaign. But one of the options will be for Gen Con pickup. So I'll probably just buy it ahead of time, pre-order it, make it that way I don't have to rush to the booth to buy it. But Entropy, big, just Euro game from the designers of games that I love, like Darwin's Journey and other big ones. So looking forward to that.
Very nice. Lots of games to look forward to. I will look forward to 5.
Well, there's no harm in looking.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
You will find. Hey, there's a lot of stuff that you won't even see on the preview list when you're walking around that hall.
That's true.
That you're gonna want to pick up, and it's great for that. I think there's gonna be lots of small games that are inexpensive. So we'll see how long your 5 game limit lasts.
Okay, so now it sounds like you're already like devil on my shoulder, encouraging me to break that 5. You got to be my accountability buddy.
We may or may not have a side bet going.
I guess that is fair. That James did agree to be your accountability buddy, but I was thinking like you should know we would encourage your spending habits.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great Gen Con, guys. Cannot wait to spend it with you and bring back some great games.
I know. Let's go.
All right, Gleeples, this episode's game of the show is The Crew Mission Deep Sea. It was designed by Thomas Sign. It's currently at an 8.0 on Board Game Geek. It plays 2 to 5 players, but it's at its most gleeful at 4 players. JK, walk us through The Crew Mission Deep Sea.
The Crew Mission Deep Sea is a cooperative trick-taking card game for 2 to 5 players in which teammates take on the role of a deep sea expedition searching for the lost continent of Moo. Using a standard style deck of colored suits and trump cards, players must complete a series of increasingly challenging missions by winning specific cards or tricks under carefully defined conditions. The twist is that communication is extremely limited, forcing players to rely on deduction, timing, and teamwork to coordinate their actions. Fast-playing, highly replayable, and packed with clever mission objectives, the game transforms the familiar trick-taking genre into a tense, cooperative puzzle that rewards strategic thinking and group strategy. That's The Crew Mission Deep Sea, looking for cows.
Moo.
Moo.
Meow.
I've never gotten, I think, farther than like mission 5. And I must have forgotten the part of the rule book that tells you that you're searching for Moo.
I had no idea there was a story.
I didn't either.
I knew there was a story. I think I've just like never really gotten past the training missions. So it's like the journal logbook is just talking about the training.
What? Oh, man. Yeah. The story's fun how they shove it in there. So, I mean, before Mission Deep Sea, there was The Crew Quest for Planet 9.
Yes.
9, right?
Yes.
9.
Yeah.
Which we know Dwayne has opinions about.
And I played through all 50 of those missions. And it's a fun story just to go through. This is a trick-taking game, y'all. How are you going to create a story around it? I don't know. So they did their best. I'm enjoying it so far. It's quirky. It's funny.
Well, and I think somewhere along the line, I played Search for Planet 9 or Quest for Planet 9, whatever it was, and went, oh, this is neat. This adds a lot of nice elements to your standard trick-taking game. And then Deep Sea came out, and I went, oh, this is so much better. So I don't know that I want to discuss the contrast between the two, but I feel like they smoothed out their system more for this one.
Yeah. I think that's it. I can't put my finger on what I like about this one better. I have played both, but yeah, I think that's it, JK. It's just they refined the issues with the original release.
Yeah, I think that's been the general consensus for the most part across people that have played both. I enjoy both. The first one didn't give me a hard time. When we played through all 50 missions, so it kept our attention.
Wow.
Yeah. That much. So I'm looking forward to getting through all these. I think the logbook here is 25, actually. I think they shortened it a little bit, but I own it, and we've been playing it. Cooperative trick-taking, guys.
So kind of let's dig into what that consists of. So each round of the game, you're going to play just your standard trick-taking game. There's 4 suits with value cards 1 through 9. Then there's a trump suit that is 1 through 4. And whoever has that 4 card in the trump suit is the captain for that round. Each round, you're going to also be dealt out some randomized mission cards. And the mission cards might be something like, you must take the last trick of this round, or you must take 2 tricks this round. You can only take 2 tricks this round.
You must have fewer tricks than so-and-so.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different options, different elements that come into play. And then starting with the captain, they have the option to take on one of those challenges or just pass and let the rest of the team try to absorb them. Eventually, everybody's going to have to take these things. You have to complete the mission and do this. You're just trying to figure out, based on the cards in your hand and the missions that are out there, is it viable for you to be the best option, or should you let somebody else take that?
Because one of the other big deciding factors with this is not just the hand of cards that you've been dealt, but also knowing the fact that you can't communicate. You can't tell people what you have.
Yeah.
This is a no communication game.
Man, I even got scolded by JK in one of our missions, and I am ready to argue about it, because one way I think like I was trying to remember if all sevens had been played.
You said all the sevens are out, right? And I'm like, well, I
currently holding on to a 7. Whereas like, I felt like you could tell me that because we do have access to the discard pile. So you can glean like the negative information to answer kind of like some of your questions. And so
That's fair. That's fair.
I put on my big girl pants and I went through the history myself to do the counting.
So that is a feature of playing on BGA that is really not. I've got a few perks of playing on BGA, and one is you have the history to look back on. So you have perfect information there. You're not relying on just your memory if you were playing as if you were playing in person. The other thing that I just like about this game is it's basically a logic puzzle that you know the limitations on going into. Hey, you must solve this particular problem that you've been dealt out using the rules of a trick-taking game, which is really clever. It's so good that I've seen it used, that there's the Lord of the Rings trick-taking game, which is 2 versions now, the first 2 books, and I think the third one is on its way. So it's a clever idea, works really well. You can slap a good theme on it and it still works. Just really solid, really thinky, fun take on trick-taking games.
Yeah. And it really kind of stretches your brain to think, how are you going to play this trick-taking game? Because in most trick-taking games, you've got the power cards, you've got weaker cards. You kind of know what your strategy is going to be. We had a round where I was the captain. There was one mission in play, so I had the option to take it. And it was, I will win the green 2 on the final hand, which is great.
And that stressed me out.
What you're going to assume is because I'm the captain, I've got the 4 of the trump suit. I have the most powerful card in the game. Great. I'll just hang on to that and use it on the last hand. And somebody will be smart enough to play the green 2 and I'll win it. Problem was, I also had the green 2, which meant that somehow I have to find a way to lead the green 2 and have nobody else beat it in the last hand, which is challenging in a trick-taking game. We figured it out. We managed to do it without getting a whole ton of information out there.
Only 1 above 1.
Yeah.
Very low.
It's very low.
Basically, you have to make sure that the green, like the other players have been milked of all the green cards.
We've eliminated all the green without anybody pulling that green 2 away from me. Yeah.
And not only that, but it was like you had to win the second to last trick
as well,
so that you could lead that green 2. And
you have to think the entire table is, you hope that everyone's thinking the same thing.
Right.
Yes. Right. And so that's what we talked about, you can't talk. You guys want to talk about the communication that is allowed?
Yes.
So there is a reminder card that you can use to indicate you will take the reminder card into your hand, put down the card you want to communicate, and you have a little chip. And if you put it at the top, you're denoting that is the highest number of that color.
Yep.
If you're putting it in the middle, you're saying that's the only of that color in your hand. And if you're putting it at the bottom, it's the lowest number that you have of that color. Mm-hmm. And I just learned today in our BGA game that you cannot do that with the trump cards.
Yep. Learned that too.
I actually didn't know that until we played it a lot live. Yeah.
And so that's where I was so nervous, because we played a mission where James had to win 2 trump cards and only 2 trump cards. 2. And you can lead with the trump cards, but you cannot give any communication. And so there was a level of okay, well, we know there's 4 trump cards out there. If they are spread out among 3 people, and if James leads with a trump card, the people have to play their trump card. And so it's again trying to eliminate that risk of okay, well, let's get rid of them somehow so that there's only 2 left.
Yeah, so coordinating the timing of that, because I was the captain, so I had the 4, but I couldn't play it because, again, like you said, everyone would be forced to play them. So we had to work through the rounds, allowing other folks to play 2 of them on other turns and save the other one for the last hand so I could play the 4, which would force that other player to play the 1. But we're all trying to coordinate how to make those other cards come out during the round and get played. So you're keeping track of, okay, I played a blue last time and JK didn't have any blues left, so he played a green. Okay, so that means he doesn't have any left. So I know confidently if I play another blue, he'll have the option to play a different card. Maybe he has one of those other ones, so he can play that out. And so you're just thinking through all of that, and you're hoping everyone else at the table is also coming to the same conclusions.
That's where Dwayne was saying this is a logic problem. It's a logic problem that 4 people have to independently come to the same answer to.
Yeah, it's cool. The first one that came out, the Quest for Planet 9, I think this is the first cooperative trick-taking game. I mean, if there's another one, it would be some kind of probably old school regional card game like Hearts or something.
Yeah.
That just exists in some region, but it's not a published kind of game. The Quest started this whole cooperative trick-taking thing. The Lord of the Rings trick-taking game probably wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's becoming kind of a thing, and there's nothing else quite like it. It's exciting. Nope. It's fun. The challenge is really interesting. It's a game you can sit down and play, and you want to play multiple times in a row. This is not a game where you
100%.
one time.
Yeah.
It really, one, it's short, so it just bodes well for that. But it also, you kind of want to. You can get into a flow with this game because it requires a certain way of thinking that can take a few games to get into. So you got to just sit down and play a few in a row, and they have the story that goes along with it to make it kind of fun. But plan to play a few sessions at least.
It can be really fast too, because if you have some fairly entry level missions that you have to complete, you might complete those missions before the hand actually ends. And at that point, you just go, okay, we won. We're good. We don't have to play anymore.
Yeah. And that's what, some of those entry missions are super fast or super, I really appreciate how this ramps up. Cause it's when you move on to a new mission, it'll tell you the difficulty level, and you select the objectives in a way they have a value on them until they add up to the value of the difficulty level. And so I think it ramps up really nicely.
I think it might be completely possible in the early missions to win on the... There's got to be some that you could win on the first trick of the game, or at least very early on. So if you go through all that trouble of setting this game up, you're going to want to play more than one mission.
I don't have any negatives on this. I will say this: if you're going out and exploring the crew games, I think there's a third one coming out soon.
I haven't heard.
I've heard some loose buzz that there is a third version coming out. I think the game system itself, as you said, James, it's cutting edge in that it was the first cooperative trick-taking game. Skip Planet 9. Go ahead and dive right into the city of Mu and Mission Deep Sea and enjoy this one. For me, it is a keeper for sure.
This is a keeper for me. I love the replayability of it. I love the campaign-esque elements of it. I love card games, so keep it to play for me.
Yeah, for me, I own it. It's a keep it to play. I mentioned, I played through all 50 of the original. I plan to go through this one as well. And it's just fun. It's easy. It makes sense. There's nothing else quite like it, or hasn't been until recently with Lord of the Rings. But even if you don't like trick taking, making a cooperative experience where you're trying to solve a puzzle with friends at the table, give it a shot. It's not your normal trick taking game. It tickles a different part of your brain, I think, and worth a go. Keep it
absolutely. It's weird because I think you could love trick-taking games and not like this game, right?
Sure.
Because it's so different from what you're... and I'm thinking about a lot of the people who I used to play spades with in high school, which was this real sacred and serious event where fights would ensue if you played the wrong thing. So this if you like trick-taking games, not a guarantee you'll like it. If you don't like trick-taking games, you could like this because it is a different experience. That is just the rule set. It is not really how the game feels at its core. All that said, it's a small box, easy to play, quick to play, and a lot of fun. High replayability. Dwayne's going to keep it to play.
I think that's 4 out of 4 on our Glee meter.
That's what I'm hearing.
For Moo, Mission Deep Sea. So go check that one out. Now, this one was a cooperative game. We did manage to play 5 rounds. And
we only had to
successfully
replay.
won 4 of the 5 on our first try. We got the other one on our second try. There's no winner here. So we're going to talk about what game we're doing on the next show, which will be our Gen Con live show, because we are going to kind of break format on that one and do some off the cuff live recording and some live game challenges. We're not going to have a game of the show for that episode, but when we return, Dwayne is picking our next game of the show. Dwayne, what are we going to be playing?
Let's take advantage of having turn-based BGA on our side to play something a little longer, and let's go with one of my longtime favorite worker placement games. That is Caelus.
Oh no!
Oh my!
Okay.
Get ready for a crunchy Euro, you all.
Wow!
I'm
knock the spider webs
scared.
off that one.
Yeah.
Don't you talk about Caelus that way. All right, Gleeples, if you have any thoughts on the Crew Mission Deep Sea, Caelus, which you probably don't, or any other games that we talked about on this show, feel free to drop us a line at pod@gleefulmeeple.com.
So I think we've talked enough about board games that it's time to play a game on air. No, not a board game, a game about board games. This week, I have brought a lovely little word game to the table. You might want a piece of paper and a pencil for your own little note taking.
Emily, I have an ink pen. Will that work?
That's perfectly fine.
I have a computer.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay, good.
This is more of a, if you're like me and kind of need to visualize it.
Okay.
But we're going to play a game I'm calling Boardle.
Boardle?
Boardle.
I think I know where you're going here. All right.
So is this like Wordle?
Yes.
Wait, which one
like
is Wordle? Is this the 5-letter game?
Yes.
I can't remember. Oh,
Yes.
Is spelling involved?
Yes.
What's your go-to? What is your go-to first word on Wordle? What do you use?
It depends. I actually have a group chat with 3 of my family members where we take turns giving out the first word of the day.
Okay.
And so we'll just kind of relate it to something we're kind of doing that day or that week. And then we get to compare to see how many people like got it in 3, or like who got it fastest or who like didn't. Like, so it's kind of fun having the same start word.
Interesting.
What about you?
Atone. ATONE.
Oh,
Okay.
Gives me 3 vowels and 2 very common consonants. I think it's a good starting point.
Nice.
I change
like
it up all the time. I'm crazy. I'll throw K's in there. I
So crazy.
know. I get inspired sometimes. I'm like, I'm going to go for this word. And you know what? Sometimes it works in my favor.
So similar to Wordle, I will be, what's going to happen is each of you is going to get your own unique puzzle. I'm going to start with Dwayne. Just, we're going to rip the Band-Aid off Dwayne.
Let's go.
You are trying to guess like a 5-letter word. So you'll give me a 5-letter word and I'll tell you what letters are in it, and in the correct place, what letters are in it, but not in the correct place, what letters are not in it. And then once you guess the correct secret word, you need to tell me the name of the board game that it's a part of.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's not the board game title that we're guessing. We're guessing something that's
The 5-letter word
involved.
is in the title.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Huh.
All right.
That's interesting.
Dwayne, your first 5-letter word.
Yes, I'm ready, Emily.
You have to give me a word so I can tell you.
I have to give you a word.
Yes.
Yeah. Like we're doing Wordle.
Okay. I don't. JK, you'll notice when everybody else was talking about their daily Wordle strategies, I didn't have anything to say.
There's
no reason.
You got to join the cult of Wordle here, man.
Absolutely not. Oh, geez. This. Okay, let's do this. Pedal.
Pedal.
Yeah.
With a D or a T?
P-E-D.
I'm going to assume D.
All right.
Yes.
So, of your word petal,
Mm-hmm.
one letter exists
Okay.
in the clue, and that would be
Yeah.
E, but it is in the wrong spot.
Okay. Cool. Now what?
Now you give me
You
another
give
5-letter
another
word.
Oh my gosh.
that has the E in a different spot and uses none of the other letters.
Okay. Okay, let's try epoch. EPOCH.
Now, note that you are repeating the P.
Which you know is
No.
already not in the word.
Well, that's the closest I could get. Unless
Okay.
you all want to sit here for another 10 minutes while I.
All right. E is a correct letter, but in the wrong spot. O is a correct letter, but in the wrong spot.
And how long does this misery continue for?
4 more guesses.
Okay, fantastic.
I was like, I know, I'll come up with a quick game
For the record, yeah, I love this. Everything about this is fantastic, including the amount of squirming that Dwayne is doing right now. That's great.
I feel bad for the listeners who are having to internalize the list of letters that are confirmed and not confirmed.
For all the listeners that are not in your car right now, feel free to write it down with us.
Let's see. I'm just checking. Yeah, I would like to submit for my third word, which does not have an E in it, unfortunately. Maybe I want to try something else. I don't know.
You know, you can guess like other words that doesn't have to be.
They don't have to be game
Fine.
related.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll go with opium. OPIUM.
You know, that still has a P in it,
I
which we have
know
already
what it.
seen.
I know, JK. I am not good at this. I am trying my best. It also has the O in the. I would like to hold on. I would like to retract my submission of opium because the O is in the same place. Oh wait,
No, it's not.
Yeah.
wait. Did I do
did epoch.
ocean? I
No.
did epoch. Why did I cancel ocean? The O is different
Because the A
E
is-
A in it.
different. It has an A in it. True. Yeah, I'm gonna try ocean just because I'm sure this is getting long in the tooth.
Okay. E is a correct letter, but in the wrong spot.
Emily, come on. Okay, and
N is a correct letter, but it's in the wrong spot.
what? Okay,
And O is a correct letter in the wrong spot.
I have
okay.
I think I've got it figured out.
You want to write it down since
Yeah, I
Joanne
will,
can't
I
see your
will.
writing?
But this is just one word of the title.
I was wrong. Okay.
I would like to submit for my next guest the word that I kind of made up on the spot, and that is Noahs, like a group of people named Noah. Noahs.
Even though the A is not in it. Noah's, we're going to allow it because I'm not the New York Times. N is a correct letter in the wrong space. O is a correct letter in the correct space.
Hey.
No, A did not
A is
count
not.
'cause-
JK. No, now is not the time, JK.
H is not a correct letter, and S is a correct letter in the correct space. So you have O and S that are in the correct spaces,
and N is a correct letter,
and N is a correct letter.
and he can also add an E into that. Okay, I got it.
So you theoretically should be able to put E in the correct spot now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
JK's
that's a
got it.
no. Is it bones?
It is bones.
Yeah.
What's the game?
And the game would be too many bones?
That is correct. Good job, Dwayne.
Hey.
You got it
Thanks,
in
Emily.
5 out of 6.
Gross.
All
Hey,
right.
that's not a fail in Wordle.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's not a fail.
Look, I don't need you to coddle me, JK. I'm embarrassed by my 5 out of 6. I know who I am.
All right, Mr. Atone. It is your turn.
My first word will be atone.
Okay, hold on. I am a visual person. Okay. A is a correct letter in the incorrect spot. T is not a correct letter. O is not a correct letter. N is a correct letter in the wrong spot. E is not a correct letter.
Wow. Okay. My new word is going to be cabin.
C is a correct letter in the correct spot. A is a correct letter in the incorrect spot. B is not a correct letter. I is a correct letter in the correct spot. And N is a correct letter in the correct spot.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well done.
So my new word is going to be chain.
And that is correct.
That is the correct word.
Yep. What's the game?
So what game has chain in the title?
Oh, come on, JK.
Am I missing something really obvious here? Probably. Chain smokers, the game. No, that's not what I'm going with. Chain.
You know it.
Do I own it?
Nope.
Okay.
Probably I've never played it. I don't think.
Oh. No.
He owns it, but he hasn't played it?
No,
No,
he
he
said
does
I
not
don't.
own it.
I don't own it.
Oh, I thought you owned it. My bad.
Let's see.
I don't think you own it.
A quick scan of James'
I could be wrong.
shelves here. Chain.
I do not own it.
Chain of Fools. No. I'm blanking. I'm not coming up with a game that has chain in the title.
Is there a version of this where if they can't guess, it gets passed, or is it just?
You know, I did not get that far because I thought he was
Yeah.
going to be able to get it.
Fair enough.
I feel like
Was ugly and was made pretty.
I feel like the listeners are screaming at me.
They are. Got re-released not too long ago.
Was ugly and got made
If I'm
pretty.
right.
What are you thinking of?
It was super ugly when it first came out and was recently-ish crowdfunded last couple of years.
James, based on your clues, I went and checked for to see if Ethnos had like a post-colon title that had chain in it.
It's put out by a company that puts out very unique games, very hard games.
Food Chain Magnate.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
There we go. JK with a 3 out of 6.
That's how you wordle.
All right.
Team effort, cooperative Wordle.
Yep.
Bringing in the theme of the game.
Love
All
it.
right, James, your turn.
Let's start with
You should go with the tone, man. It's a winner.
too many. I felt Emily wouldn't choose a game that has lots of the same letters. Let's do Scout.
Whoops.
And your word was Scout.
And that's how you guess a 5-letter game, Dwayne. No, I'm kidding. S, not a correct letter. C is a correct letter in the wrong spot. O, not a correct letter. U is a correct letter. T is not a correct letter.
Used in the right spot.
U was not in the right spot. Sorry. Thank you.
C and U. Interesting. Two odd letters to be in the same word. I feel like if I sat here long enough, I could probably figure it out.
In 2.
Yeah. But the fact that T isn't in it is interesting. So that removes some possibilities grammatically.
That is true. Dwayne, are you still playing along? Or are you just enjoying the...
I am. I already have my second word that I would guess.
I'm going to guess my second word is punch.
Punch.
Oh.
P is not in the word. U, correct letter in the correct spot. N is not in the word. C is a correct letter in the correct spot.
Nice.
H is not in the word.
H isn't in the word?
Nope.
Oh,
Ooh.
man. So I still only have P, U, and C.
Oh, yeah, JK got it.
You got it, JK?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Let's do Dolce.
Dulce is a good word.
Are we saying DULCE?
I don't know if that would be New York Times allowed.
That's CHE, isn't it, actually?
No,
it's CE.
it's E.
Yeah.
But it's a foreign word. I don't know if that counts. Is that
I allowed Noah's, so
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
D is not in the word. U is in the word in the correct spot. L is not in the word. C is a correct letter. E is not a correct letter.
I'm so.
I feel so bad for my misdirection. I really don't.
I'm back where I left off here. I want to do something that's CK, but five-letter words with CK at the end. They're more common, like four-letter words.
You're going to want to say a four-letter word after you figure it out.
Like clink, but it doesn't work. Something you. Like, is it on my shelf? I'm just going to stare at my shelf. 10 minutes later. I'm going to bow out because I'm hungry and I want to go to lunch.
You know what? If we should go to lunch, let's go to like a nice salad bar so we can get some nice juicy fruits.
Juicy. Oh my God.
I'm sorry to have broken your brain, James.
No, it should have been obvious. Yeah.
All right, with an X out of 6.
Oh, terrible.
Out of 4. That puts JK as our winner today.
Woo-hoo.
Congratulations,
Way to go,
JK.
Thanks, guys. That was fun, Emily. I like that one.
Our tiebreaker
Well
was going to be Slay the Spire.
Okay.
Gross.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to our preview of Gen Con. We're going to see you in just a couple of weeks with some fun stuff. But first, we'd like to sponsor our thank. We would like to thank our sponsor. That's Chess King. We talked about Wet Seal last week, so we got to give the guys some equal fashion time.
Incredible.
That is Chess King. And Chess King is lacking any slogans, but the closest one I could find was, no matter what music is on your mind, have Chess King on your body. That just sounded weird.
That sounds weird.
Okay.
It sounds weird, but I get it.
Love Chess King though, man. That was some great clothes back when I was in my 20s. Thanks for listening, everybody. We will talk with you soon. If you are in the Nashville area, come see us at one of our events throughout the month of June and July. And we'll be back at you soon. Bye, Gleeples.
Bye, everybody.